Hey everyone, it's your girl Kirsty and I'm back at you with another video. Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I take down my hair, what products I use to treat my hair after I've worn a protective style, and kind of walk you through little things that might be helpful so you're not damaging your hair as you're removing your style, okay? So I'm going to show you what shampoo I use. I'm going to show you the deep conditioning treatment that I use. And that's about it. So stay tuned. Love you guys. You want to make sure that you have a rat tail comb and a Denman brush or some kind of detangling brush on hand, so that way you can remove your hair and make sure your own hair is detangled safely. The reason that you're going to need a rat tail comb is, for those of you that have had braids before, sometimes they're really small, just like this. And don't nobody have no fingers that is that small that's going to take this down. So we're going to use this rat tail comb just to get into these little parts in order to unravel this braid just a little bit, okay? So make sure you use your rat tail comb. Take your time to go inside these tiny little slots. Pull down gently. If you go too high while you're trying to unravel, your comb is going to get stuck. So maybe just go about 2 spaces and gently pull down until you reach the ends. Continue doing this until you feel like you can unravel the braid with your fingertips. So after you've used your rat tail comb to take down part of your braid, you can go ahead and start using your fingertips. Just make sure when you're using your fingertips and it comes to your braids and your natural hair, you take your time. You don't want to pull any hair out or cause any extra shedding that you don't need. As you can see, I'm taking my time, loosening each part, making sure I'm looking in the mirror, making sure my edges aren't being torn out. If you have a day off, take your braids out. Don't do it when you got stuff to do, because otherwise you're just going to rush through and cause more harm to your hair. I zoomed in a little bit closer just so you can see I'm not pulling on my hair, and I'm taking my time. Don't be alarmed by any buildup that you see. That's to be expected when you wear braids. Just make sure when you're washing your hair that you're using a good clarifying shampoo to get rid of all of that product buildup, any dandruff. Right here I'm showing you how I got a tiny little knot. I know how tempting it is just to pull that, but please don't do that. That's how you're going to damage your ends and then have to get your hair cut. Take your time to manipulate those strands and loosen up that tiny little knot. I know it can be a little time consuming, but it's well worth it. Next, you want to use your Denman brush or detangling brush or wide tooth comb just to loosen up that product buildup that's at the roots there. Sometimes your hair can get matted depending on how long you've kept your braids in. So this is a good step to do now, early on in the process of taking down your braids. Here, I'm just taking down my box braid. I am taking my time. I'm using the nail of my finger to help me unravel that braid, just like I was using the pointed end of my rat tail comb to unravel the braid. You want to make sure you're using your other hand, which is your pointer finger and your thumb, just to hold the braid at the root while your other hand is doing all the unraveling. Next, you're just going to gently pull that hair out once it's all unraveled, so you're not pulling out any extra hair. Next, you're going to take your rat tail comb to move all that buildup around. First, I use my fingertips just to kind of loosen that braid up at the roots where it's all matted. Then I take my fingers and I kind of separate that matted section, kind of feel through, just make sure there's nothing going on there that shouldn't be happening. Then take your rat tail comb and just kind of comb out only that root section. You don't want to comb out the whole braid with your rat tail comb, just that root section. This is going to help you so that way once you're combing out with your bigger brush, you're not going to be left with a bunch of particles of dandruff or product after you've shampooed, because I find that happens sometimes too. So this helps me a lot, okay? If you guys have any tips, let me know down below what you guys like to do. Make sure you have your plastic bag handy to put all that Kanekalon hair in so you can throw it right in the trash. Then celebrate your freedom, freedom, I can't lose. Yes, girl, don't it feel good? Yes. Next up, I'm going to use my Tresemme Keratin Smooth Keratin Infusing Shampoo. I like to use this one because keratin is a protein that protects your cells from damage or stress. There is stress probably caused during the braid process, when you're taking your braids down, and probably while you're wearing braids. So I like to throw some of that extra protein back in there when I'm washing my hair. I like to take a little bit of more than a quarter size of shampoo, especially when I've worn braids. I start at my roots first and then I work my way down to my ends. I like to make sure I massage the roots and get all around the ears, the back of the back of your head, the crown, and especially the front where we use all that edge control. Don't forget that. You make me be the one with. I like to use the tips of my fingers to massage and clean my scalp. I do not use my nails to clean my scalp, especially when I'm shampooing. It's just going to cause more tension on your scalp. It's going to cause more friction, and you might end up getting more shedding, especially when you start detangling during the deep conditioning process. So just use the pads of your fingers, okay? I'm going to be using this Carol's Daughter Almond Milk Ultra Nourishing Hair Mask. This is a damage repairing mask, so it's perfect for repairing your hair, especially from when you've overprocessed it or if you had a protective style like I did. It smells good and it's going to make your hair soft. Now I'm just taking some of the hair mask and I'm putting it into my palm. I don't really measure this part out. I kind of just do it until my hair feels like it's saturated enough. Here I'm just putting this repair mask all around the perimeter of my head. I'm staying focused at the roots of my hair because that's where I had all that buildup. That's where I had lots of dandruff and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure I'm repairing my hair first at the roots and then I'll work my way to the ends. Now you want to make sure you're just taking your time when you're putting this product in there. You don't want to miss any spots. You definitely don't want to get it all over your face like I just did. And if you do, make sure you keep a towel handy so you can clean your face or elbows or whatever and move forward. Next, I'm going to take my Denman brush and I'm going to start my detangling process while the repair mask is in my hair. You may have noticed that I only used shampoo first and now I'm using this mask. That's because I tend to find that this mask is it for me. I don't have to use no extra conditioner or anything like that. I could just move on. So I start at my ends with my detangling brush and then I work my way all the way to my roots. Once you're done detangling from the roots, once you're done detangling from the ends all the way to your roots, you want to just get a clip or a hair tie and then you want to go ahead and put your hair up. You could put a plastic bag over your head just so that way anything is not dripping everywhere, but I really don't find that I have a problem with that. This product kind of hardens on your hair after a while. I left mine in for exactly 1 hour. You could leave it in for 2. I don't recommend overnight because I don't know what it's going to do to your hair. Start with an hour first. Do your homework, cook some dinner, clean your house, whatever you got to do. And then rinse the product out and move on with your style. Now, my video is going to be ending pretty soon because my footage of my beautiful detangle hair got deleted or lost somehow during the importing process. So after I clip my hair, you're just going to go ahead and you can click on another video, you can go like, you can go comment, you can go subscribe, but whatever you do, please come back so you can see my next braided style. I love you guys and appreciate you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.